How did you first learn about Survivor Bloomsburg, and why did you decide to apply for Season 3?
So when I first got here for orientation, me and a couple of my wrestling buddies, we heard about it. It sounded pretty cool, and I'm the only one that I actually followed through with it. I thought it was going to be pretty fun. I mean, being on the wrestling team, it gave me something to do, go out, meet new people, and try something new.
In episode 1, the first activity was the island hopping, where you had 30 seconds to get trios standing into various hula hoops. How did you feel about your original trio that you formed with Hope and Chase?
Well, obviously, Hope and I were pretty close. We made it to the Final Four together. And then Chase and I felt kind of bad. But when we were on OG Gibbon, he sold one of the challenges with his Hey Dudes. So we unfortunately voted him out. But he did come back, so it was good. I was happy he did.
In episode 1, how did you feel about being selected first to join OG Gibbon? If you had landed on OG Bonobo or OG Yukari, how do you think this game would have went different?
Well, I was kind of a little nervous at first because the first team won, and the guy who won that was Jack, and he was on that team, so he was close with Hope and Chase prior. So I was thinking maybe since they picked us, I'd be an easy pick-off because I knew I'd be pretty good at the physical challenges. But I was confident, especially when the challenges started rolling and we were doing really good. So then once we started winning, I knew we were strong and going to keep rolling.
In episode 2 on the quad, Gibbon dominated in all the challenges. Tell us which ones were your favorite that night and why.
The first one, because then we had all the momentum going, the energy was there, we were all excited, and then once we said we won that one, we were just going to keep the energy rolling to keep winning for all the other challenges for the rest of the night.
In episode 3, Gibbon didn't have to go to Tribal at all again. Describe how that felt and which challenges you enjoyed the most at the rec center. Racquetball, basketball, yoga dodgeball?
Yoga dodgeball was probably my favorite because throwing the ball and knocking someone over was pretty funny. It felt good. The energy from episode 2 carried over to episode 3, which really set us apart because we were able to keep picking up people from Yukari and Bonobo, and then it made our numbers strong, which helped us later on for the merge.
In episode 4, the first thing the castaways encountered was the first team swap of the season. You remained on Gibbon with Hayden, Jack, Chase, and Danielle, but got Joseph and Noah added to your group. How do you feel about this brand new Gibbon team? The new Gibbon then struggled in the safety blocks challenge that night. Walk us through what happened.
I feel like we made the best possible move there. Chase made a big mistake. We had a lead and he made a mistake, so we did unfortunately vote him off.
In episode 5, you took the leap of faith and were the first player to dive into the pool to get those ducks with goggles that you had been waiting for all day at the Nelson. Tell us what prompted you to go for it.
Well, I saw it in there and it looked kind of funny, but I knew earlier that day we got a text from GK and we practiced for the wrestling team up at the field house. So I thought, I was like, oh, maybe they're already up there and go check it out. And then unfortunately they weren't, but I went back and then I was like, oh, that's gotta be them. I dove in, grabbed them, and I got 3, which was pretty sweet. And then I was running around stranded, people would probably look at me when they were driving when I'm shirtless and it's downpouring and I'm in my flamingo swim trunks.
In episode 5, another team swap occurred, and this time you joined the new Yukari with Evan, Brandon, Hayden, and Danielle. Thoughts about that new group at the moment?
Yeah, it was always nice not having, always having one extra non-Gibbon member in there, so it'd be an easy vote off and finding out if they had any advantages so we can just pick them off. But yeah, I was pretty happy about that team.
In episode 5 at the pool, you won the Cannonball Splash Challenge in round 5 for your team. How did that feel?
I guess it felt pretty good. Big splash, no tribal, so I guess it was good.
In episode 5, you also had to battle it out with Dane on the boogie board tug-of-war. Did you feel your wrestling background helped you even though he played football and was athletic as well?
Yeah, I guess so. Being a wrestler here, we do a lot of conditioning. Shout out to our coach for making us do that. So yeah, I guess my cardio and conditioning was pretty good to outlast this.
In episode 6 at the sports field, what were you thinking when you learned that a 5th team, Orange, was being formed that night?
Honestly, didn't think much of it. We were still in teams and my team was still doing pretty good, so I didn't really care because we just kept winning.
In episode 7, you started out at that episode with an injury that prevented you from being at the top of your game. How did you work through that obstacle?
Yeah, so I had a pretty bad knee injury. My knee's a little messed up, but I knew my alliances were staying strong. We were already really all close by then. And the nice thing about it being like the merge is it doesn't matter how bad you do. Like say your teammate loses a challenge for your team pretty bad, then like you're like, yeah, we got to vote you off. But I mean, it felt good. I mean, it didn't feel good. My knee really hurt, but sitting out those challenges was not fun, especially like knowing every tribal matters and you wanna win. Especially like I'm really competitive and I like to win, so it sucked kind of sitting out. Especially because I knew the one I sit out was like the running one, and I'm pretty fast, so it wasn't cool.
How's your knee now?
Still hurts, but I guess it's getting better.
In episode 7, what was your strategy when you knew the teams had merged into Griffin? One large group of 19 players.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about every episode from like 5 to 6, so like of our OG Gibbon, and we had so many of us left, we outlasted like all the other tribes, which was so good about winning. We all just stayed loyal to each other, and we made it to the final. So that's why we had so many jury members of Gibbon in the final 4 were all Gibbon, so it was pretty sweet.
You were on the Squid Squad and won the Checkers Challenge, but then you lost the Nut Stacking Challenge. Tell us how those two felt.
I was pretty close to winning the second challenge to win the immunity, but I guess I wasn't that mad because I was safe, and like I wasn't really worried about anything because my alliances were all really strong, so I wasn't really worried about much until like the final 10.
In episode 8, you battled against Logan in the Steal the Wig Challenge but lost. What happened there?
I took a finger to the eye or my nose. I think he picked my nose, which is a little disgusting. But and then I thought I hit like a nice little boom, but obviously did not work because my hand came out.
In episode 8, you and Silas did the Elevated Souls with the yoga blocks and then won immunity doing the life-size corridor maze challenge. How did you strategize that one to win?
I guess taking it move by move, finding like the best possible way and trying to always think 3 steps ahead of what everyone else is thinking. And then we trapped them out, and all the other teams were going for each other, and we got pretty lucky where no one came for us. So.
How did you end up deciding to choose Aiden Grog as his friend for the Special Friends episode? What made you two work so well together?
He's a good buddy of mine, and we hang out a lot, and we're going to be rooming together next year.
And they were roommates.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
We're always hanging out, and I knew it's going to be at the rec, so I was probably thinking running, and him being a wrestler as well. So we dominated the rec center. We won 3 out of the 4 challenges, and we came in second for the one that we lost. So I mean, he was a good teammate to pick, and I told him if I won, I was going to go get him ice cream, but we'll probably still end up going to get ice cream.
In episode 9, what were your favorite challenges at the rec center and why?
The red light, green light, because we were definitely still moving, but we didn't get sent back, and we made it back we made it there at the same time to pick up the thing to say we won.
In episode 10, walk us through the first immunity challenge, Hungry Hungry Monkeys. What happened?
I mean, I was blindfolded, so I really didn't know what happened much either. Just trying to slap balls and look like a doofus a little bit, but like on all fours. But
Episode 10, with only 7 players left in the game, the OG Gibbon decided to keep the last de novo player, which was Scott, and voted out Dane instead. Did you and Dane ever consider voting out Danielle or Hope at the time, since neither of them had received any votes at that point in the season?
Dane was talking to me, and we were actually thinking more so Jack. And he was saying Jack's name because he's a big threat, and how he's been winning a lot of challenges, and he really knows what he's doing. And he's a good talker as well.
In the 3 Strikes Memory Sequence Cubes Challenge, you relied on Scott a little bit, and then you actually ended up outlasting him.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I wasn't really expecting that. Took the gamble a little bit, and I got a few lucky guesses, which was pretty sweet. I think he was kind of surprised I outlasted him. He tried covering his thing, but I was like peeking through, and I still got it.
In the season finale, you soared through the first 2 parts of the relay, while the others struggled with the boxes, and then the Conehead balls. Tell us how you felt with the first 2 parts of the challenge.
I knew the momentum was rolling. I knew I had to get an early lead with the puzzle, and I still got the early lead and did not get a plan, which kind of sucked. I looked at it, and I got like some like mixed words. Like I had them like back the pieces backwards to see like where they go.
If you had won the puzzle challenge, who would you have brought to the final 3 with you? Hope, Jack, or Danielle?
Jack, for sure. I mean, Going off my game plan and all that stuff, a lot of people, which I don't agree with, said they wouldn't have chose Jack to win. Because me personally, I actually voted for him to win the whole thing because he made it back, going back to back. I think that's really impressive. He's a great guy, really humble, and he has like the right meaning. So I think he should have won personally. But I mean, Hope Danielle was also great. She won and she deserved it. She was awesome.
The results of Season 3 almost ended up in a 6-6-1 tie, in which Hope would have had to have casted the tie-breaking vote. Why do you feel the jury was so split between Danielle and Jack?
I feel like the money question that was asked to Jack kind of threw things off a little bit, which I really didn't like. And then Danielle had a good story herself, saying what she was going to do with it. So, yeah.
Why do you think Hope only earned one vote from the OG Gibbon crew in the jury?
My mind was always like for Jack to win. I just really thought it was really impressive for him to go back to the final 3, which is like insane. Hope had a great personality, for me at least, because I was always on her side. But I could see why people didn't like it because they backstabbed her, but that's also part of the game. I think Hope played a great game, and I guess people didn't like that. I think she played a smart game, and if she backstabbed me, I don't think I would have held that against her not voting for her to win.
You maintained a loyal commitment to this game throughout the entire season while balancing classes as a first-year student and being on the wrestling team. Walk us through how you juggled it all.
Yeah, it actually worked out perfectly. I didn't know if I was actually going to be able to fully commit to this, but I'm happy I was able to. So we have practice from like 3 to 5, but usually get out like after like 5:36. So like shower, come here, eat dinner. I was always a little tired, but it was nice. We don't have morning practice on Wednesdays, so I was able to sleep in a little bit. And then classes. I always made sure I was ahead of the game. My weekends, just locking in, getting the homework done, and making sure I still get those good grades. And then traveling with wrestling. So yeah, I just bring my books there and then do them all there.
What did you learn about yourself by participating in Survivor Bloomsburg Season 3?
Loyalty matters, obviously. I mean, I didn't learn that just from myself. Danielle is very loyal, but I did learn that also from myself. I stayed loyal to all like the people I was close with. I learned that I guess you got to be diverse in multiple skills because I was very dominant in the physical challenges, but which I won most of them. But when it came to the mental puzzles and trivia, I was not very good with.
What do you feel makes the Survivor Bloomsburg experience so unique and fun to do or even watch as a spectator?
Yeah, it was a great time every Tuesday. So, I mean, being able to go out and do something, because being really crammed with wrestling and trying something new, it's an awesome experience for like me being a student athlete. Like you said, it's unique. So doing something new and like watching the TV show and participating in something like that and feeling like you're like a little movie star.
Is there anyone you would like to thank who is supporting you in this campus competition? Family, friends, any shout-outs?
Yeah, my mom, she would always call me to see if I made it, and she would always ask for updates. And then my wrestling team, they'd always ask me the next day if you made it or not. Shout out to my guys who came out to the finale, but I didn't get the job done.
If you could tell other students why they should consider applying for next year's Survivor Bloomsburg Season 4, what would you tell them?
I think it's a cool experience. It's something to look forward to every Tuesday. I mean, especially for me, because going out was a lot of fun. And then you make connections. Like I'm still close with Evan and Dane. Like I feel like we still talk and we hang out outside of actual Survivor.